About to pay off your council debt and wondering if you can do so directly rather than paying through a bailiff? Let's look at this and see what the best way is to pay off your debts once a bailiff is involved. Those who have the money to pay their debts to the council often ask if they can pay the council instead of the bailiffs. The usual hope is that by paying the council directly, they might avoid paying the additional fees that a bailiff will apply. In short, yes, you can make a payment directly to the council. However, no, you can't avoid at least some of the bailiff's fees. Once bailiff action is authorised by the court, then bailiff fees become part of the debt that you owe, legally. So the bailiff fees will still apply even after making the payment to the council. And if you pay the council but don't include the fees, the bailiffs can take enforcement action to recover the outstanding amount. However, there are ways to reduce the amount of fees a bailiff will charge. How do I reduce the amount of bailiff fees applied to my debt? You cannot expect bailiff fees to disappear, even if you pay the council the full amount owed. However, you can minimise the amount of bailiff fees that you pay. The best way to reduce the amount of bailiff fees applied is to act promptly and clear the debt or agree to a payment plan before the bailiff visits your home. You'll still have to pay the bailiff's initial £75 compliance fee. However, that's far less than the additional enforcement fee of £235, which will be added to your debt if the bailiff visits your home. You don't necessarily need to have the cash to pay the debt off in full in order to avoid a home visit. Agreeing to and sticking to a repayment plan that will clear the debt will mean that the bailiff should never come knocking. Can a bailiff refuse a payment plan? Yes. Bailiffs can refuse a payment plan. If you can't afford to pay the debt in full, you can still try to negotiate with the bailiffs. Ideally, phone the bailiffs before they visit your home. It will be easier to negotiate if you call the office, and you could stop them from knocking on your door. Speak to a debt advisor if you are worried about bailiffs or wish to stop the bailiffs from acting. There are debt solutions that they can give you advice about, which can help stop bailiffs and help you take control of your debt. Mental health and vulnerable persons. If you suffer from mental health problems or are classed as a vulnerable person, then the bailiff must treat you differently. For instance, they cannot visit your home when you're alone. They should give you more time to propose a repayment plan, and they should allow you time to seek debt advice. Also, the bailiff is typically not allowed to impose the fixed enforcement fee of £235. If you have a mental health issue, you should inform the enforcement agent company immediately. Their contact details should be found on any of the letters that you receive. Additionally, I strongly urge you to get some extra support when dealing with your debt. You could reach out to debt charities like Step Change or even visit the Money Helper website and search free money advice services and bailiff help. Whether you are struggling to understand the real cost of bailiff fees or you're simply worried about having to deal with them, then Citizens Advice Service may be able to help. Of course, it's always far better to deal with your finances before things escalate to court and bailiff action. If you're struggling with debt, then there are options available to you. Some will be free and some will include fees, and each will have their own pros and cons. If you want to find out more about the debt solutions available, then we've created a really great form that you might be interested in checking out. Click the link in the description and answer a few multiple choice questions like the total amount of your debt, how many people you owe, your living situation, and we'll connect you with one of our trusted partners so you can find out more and start taking steps towards improving your financial situation.